All right, new week, but the same two faces that you've been accustomed to here on the Morning Wager.
Whew.
Yours truly, Brian Power, and my good friend Mark Zinno. On behalf of Mark, allow us to be the last to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day. Zinno, I hope you wished your mother a happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, she's all right.
That's all. What's up with you?
She did. She's a wonderful woman. I did wish my mother a happy Mother's Day. I didn't say anything kind to my ex-wife, so there's that.
I was kind of fishing for that, to be
Oh,
honest.
that's where we were going.
Yeah. You weren't playing along well. I was hoping that I was going to say, all right, I'm just going to bring up the mother, and subconsciously he's going to go into the ex-wife rant, and we'll
yeah,
get the
no,
well,
you made me literally be thinking about my mother. So no, I mean,
okay,
good old Mama Z. She's done well for herself.
All right, well, happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Zinno. Happy Mother's Day, Mrs. Power. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. We're very popular in that demographic, I was told by the WagerTalk.
We are mother lovers.
We draw very heavily in the mothers. If you're a
I'm a mother lover,
there,
you're a mother lover. Together, we're mother lovers.
Yes, if you're a single mother out there, would love Zinno. Leave Zinno your phone number, please. Comment down below with that number. He will take that.
And to all the mothers out there, I hope the years have been kind, because I know that they have not been for others.
All right. Okay. I'm glad that no one knows what the hell we're talking about except I. But then, you know what? It's all that matters that I know what you're talking about there. In terms of knowing what we're talking about, the double play was very good last week.
Yes.
You and I, when we offered our own opinions that we come to independently, those were doing well. Friday was no exception. We won both of them. Yep. The best bet segment of this show, which we have now temporarily really renamed A Bet because it is not doing well. It's going to be all MLB on today's show. We will, although we're going to talk about the NBA games, but no official.
We're going to try this strategy again that we'll just discuss the games, because clearly we know nothing. Clearly we know the Cavs suck and choke. Sorry, I know it's a tender subject.
I'm not in a good mood. We're recording this Sunday night.
We also know that the Denver Nuggets scored 8 points in a basketball quarter in a playoff game.
That was not good.
8.
If
you would have told me ahead of the game that Oklahoma City was going to score 17 points in the first quarter of that game, I would have wagered my reproductive organs along with money that Denver was going to win the first quarter. Absolutely.
Didn't happen.
And no, I would have had no reproductive organs. Don't need them anymore. Well, I need them, but not for the main reason you have reproductive organs. But I'll just keep them. Okay, I'll keep them. I probably shouldn't wager those.
Can we start over?
No, I've already messed this up. Listen, people come here because they know that
you have reproductive organs.
I say things that are. I probably need some time in the steam room with a hot box or whatever it is. Rewind.
You need time in the corner. I don't know what you're saying. All right.
Can we just talk picks now? For the guys in the comments, take it.
Let's BS. More picks.
My dad is taking this Cavs loss very hard, for the record. Most people, when their team is not doing well in the playoffs, they say, maybe the team's going to be disassembled. He went with dismembered. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he has called for the Cleveland Cavaliers to be dismembered.
Well,
after tonight's game.
On that same subject of not needing reproductive organs, I guess it all works out.
Okay, full circle. Let's do the double play because that worked well last week. Yes. Both Mark Zinno and I will be bringing you first 5 plays in this portion of the program. You will be laying
we can't do anything right in the game. So there is that. Yeah, I'm going to be laying a half run here. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to do a lot to piss off Brian Power as we start talking about these plays.
Oh, no.
But we want to lay a half run with the Padres here, who are coming off a loss against the Colorado Rockies. They have their best starter on the mound in Michael King, and I'm going to tell you guys something right now that's going to upset Brian Power because he doesn't believe in this sort of thing, even though I do. Michael King gets some of the best run support in all of baseball. So that's a good thing. Nearly 5 runs a game of support. You say Kikuchi, rock and roll Kikuchi-ku. He rock and rolls pretty well at home. He does not rock and roll very well on the road. There is no Kikuchi, Kikuchi on the road. He has a 5.19 ERA. Opposing hitters are batting .270 against him. He's given up 15 earned runs in 26 innings, AKA that's not good. Also, would you like me to throw in one more little nugget here, Brian Power?
Sure.
The Padres tend to handle left-handed pitching fairly well. They are a team that is in the top half of the league in batting average, OPS, and WRC plus against left-handed pitchers. The Padres also are very good at home this year. And by the way, those numbers against lefties at home get into the top 10 range of batting average, OPS, and WRC plus at home. Yusei Kikuchi is a lefty. We'll add the cherry on top. As I mentioned, the Padres are a whopping 14-4 at home. The Angels are 7-13 on the road. They should be able to get an early lead here. Michael King will do the rest. It's a little juicy, but we're going to lay the half run here in the first 5.
2 days ago, the San Diego Padres won a game 21-0. Mark Zinno needs them to be ahead just 1-0 after the first 5 innings against the Los Angeles Angels.
Danian Tomlinson playing in that game for San Diego? Because I think he was.
I'm sorry?
Was LaDainian Tomlinson playing in that game for San Diego?
And there we go. I saw a lot of the football references. Yes, that, such and such threw for 400 yards. Yes, it was.
By the way, did you see the Rockies, how they trolled Bill Belichick on social media?
No, I did not see that.
So after the game was over, like social media, the Padres.
I'm aware. I've heard of it, yes.
The Rockies did a screenshot of Bill Belichick's interview with CBS and his girlfriend Jordan Hutton in the corner with the "We're not talking about this" subtitle on it,
okay.
and that's all they tweeted out.
Bud Black got clipped.
He got fired?
Yes, he got fired. Even though they won, the Rockies came back one day. By the way, you heard it first here on this program on Friday. You and I went into a lengthy back and forth about how much the Colorado Rockies stink.
By the way, and just this is a note about the Rockies, and we saw this on Sunday. The Rockies are now going to be, people playing the Rockies are going to be -2.5, and there were books even putting up -3.5.
No, they weren't.
You see the -1.5, you're going to be paying probably close to $1.80 to do so. They're making betting against the Rockies an unbettable proposition for the public, where only the sharpest people are going to get involved and ignore the money and everything else. They're making it really hard to play in Rockies games because they just don't want the liability. And you understand it. They're that bad. But for future notice, just again, it's going to be really, really hard to bet Rockies games. You're going to have to find alternate markets other than the straight spread.
From one team that just fired its manager to a team that fired its manager not that long ago, the Pittsburgh Pirates fired Derek Shelton. They're in last place in their division. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Pirates, though, in the first 5 money line against the New York Mets. Now, being that I'm playing the Pirates, you probably guessed it. Paul Skeens is pitching today on Monday. Now, Zinno, in typical Bryan Power fashion, I faded Paul Skeens last week on this very program when he was facing the St. Louis Cardinals. That was a winner. His start before that, I faded him in a different way. I said, take the Cubs team total over because Paul Skeens, he doesn't pitch the entire game. The Pittsburgh Pirates bullpen's very bad. It was the Cubs. They've got a good offense. So I said, hey, give me 9 at-bats with the Cubs. We can get over that very low team total. So I have cashed in on Skeens' last 2 starts. But here now, Zinno, he's an underdog for the full game as they face the New York Mets. And I think this is where I want to jump in, actually, and back Skeens. And this is for the OGs of the Morning Wager, those who have listened to this program since its inception, which was over a year ago. Because who is Paul Skeens up against?
I can't believe you're going to do this.
David Peterson.
You are an absolute glutton for punishment. Your team just got raped last night, okay? And you're going to come back and do something as ridiculously silly as bet against David Peterson. Why?
Why? Because I'm looking at his Baseball Savant page, and guess what? His expected ERA back at 4.46. David Peterson had 4 walks his last time out. And what happened when David Peterson pitched last time, Mark Zinno? Oh, by the way. Oh, I see. The New York Mets lost 5-1 to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Skeens is going to give you 5 innings. This time, we don't have to worry about the Pirates having a lead or anything of that nature. Look, well, we do, but we've got the tie in our back pocket in this case by betting the first 5 money line. I think Skeens is going to handle his business. Look, he's only given up more than 3 runs once all year. So I think Skeens can pitch the Pirates to a lead after 5 innings. I think he'll outduel Peterson. The Pirates bullpen will probably blow it late in the game, but who cares? Pirates first 5. My half the double play. Paul Skeens over David Peterson.
There's going to be a big fat I told you so tomorrow.
So you don't like this play?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I'm just you're the kid who keeps touching the hot stove. Like, why? You've been burned.
I'm hot right now. I don't know. I'm telling you. He's going to regret. Did you see who lost today, by the way? Seth Lugo.
Oh.
Made me very happy.
Yeah.
A little pep in my step.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, but you notice you didn't play against them today.
No, I did. I did play Borussia.
And he beats you, you're going to be more pissed.
I did have a 4% on Borussia Dortmund this morning, though, in the Bundesliga.
What? Why? What?
Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund. I knew they were going to get the big win. Dortmund.
Oh, bunch of dorks. Okay, got it.
No, Dort.
Oh, Dort.
Yes.
Can't they just pick a name like a regular city? Liverpool, that I'm cool with. Manchester, that I'm cool with. Those are cities. London, why don't we just have a London team? Edinburgh.
Because there's 7 teams in London. And guess what? Dortmund is a city in Germany.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh.
I realized that you were not in charge of World War II. I realized that you were not in charge of in World War II, Mr. Army Man.
Where Berlin is, okay?
There you go.
Know where the Wolf Slayer is.
Okay.
So does Valkyrie.
I had a point I was going to make. Soccer's been running well. Yes, I did. Yeah. Soccer's been running very well. 14-4 and 1 run in soccer.
Yeah, I can't tell you all about my soccer record. Yay!
You can promote yourself if you'd like to right now.
Bryan, what do I have to promote? I am the second to worst handicapper in the month of May at WagerTalk.
I like you.
Well,
hey, my basketball and baseball need work. I'll tell you that right now. I did win. I did not have any baseball over the weekend at all. Did win my own basketball, my only basketball play.
I
with
went
the Celtics team over
on Friday and Saturday, only to go 0-2 on Sunday.
Okay, that's it. Please. Oh my God, man. This video's going to be flagged. Speaking of the NBA, what a way to bridge to the association here. We're going to talk about the 2 Monday playoff games here.
Yeah, because we can't give out winners, so we only can talk about them. So you guys can't get mad at us.
I might have a client play on Monday. I don't know yet. We're recording. You can be very difficult to work with at times. But let's talk about Celtics and your New York Knicks. The Celtics finally got up and over that team total. Like I should have made that a bigger play than I did on Saturday. I'm kind of pissed off about that.
Yeah, that was stupid of me on Saturday to take Jaylen Brown's or Jason Tatum's points total over. Should have listened to you.
Love this. They dropped that total. The total is back up to where it closed for Game 3, 209. Everyone assumes the Celtics are going to tie this series up and go on to win it. Thoughts?
If the Knicks don't win Game 4, the Celtics are winning the series. I will make that wager right now.
Okay. I think the Celtics are winning.
What world does the best of 3 with 2 in Boston feel like a winning recipe for the Knicks?
I don't know any world where that's going to do well. Maybe Jalen Brunson's mother's world.
I mean, I don't know, but that's not a thing I like. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to. We've been sticking with team totals, and maybe that's where we're going wrong. I don't know, but I feel like kind of like, a Knicks team total under. If you believe in Boston here, right? You believe that they are, good enough to win this thing. The Knicks won't score 100. And that's kind of what you're going on.
I don't know. To me, my read on this series coming into it was very simple. The Boston Celtics were going to get a lot of three-point attempts up, and they would make them. They didn't make them in the first two games. We saw them make them in game three. I would keep betting the Celtics are going to make threes.
I mean, the Knicks scored 108 in overtime. Then they scored 91 and 93.
Those weren't good.
They're not geared to score more than 100. And oh, by the way, they scored exactly 100 in regulation in that overtime game. So, I mean, if the Knicks score above 100, I think they're going to win the game. But I don't know that that's the way it's going to go.
I think the Celtics are going to continue to put up points in this series. That's my talk. That's my 2 cents. Minnesota and Golden State.
You think they're going to, so what would you lean?
I keep playing their team total over.
Okay.
I would keep playing their team total over. I think the New York Knicks
saying that a team is going to put up points in a basketball game is not really anything of note because points meaning more than one would be qualified.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Boston Celtics team total over a half, over 1.5.
Over 1.5, go for it. Yeah, if you can find that bet out there,
Okay,
it's about the same as it is betting against the Rockies, but yeah.
I hit that Oklahoma City under 149 for Game 3 on Friday's show.
Good call.
Thank you. All right. A lot of people are writing off Golden State with Steph Curry still out against Minnesota. Thoughts there? Anything? I think Draymond Green's a buffoon. I'd just like to say that on a personal level. And by the way, speaking of people who are buffoons, I know the Cavs got their asses handed to them in Game 4. As far as people named Benedict go, I rank Benedict Arnold over Benedict Mathurin. Thoughts? And I apologize, you as a loyal and proud soldier of this country, but that's how low I view Benedict Mathurin.
I mean, it feels like taking 5 at Golden State at home is the right thing. Like generally, again, in the NBA playoffs, we go back to the same mantra of just pick the winner. The spread's not going to matter.
Well, zigzag has generally been pretty profitable.
The dog is going to win
on Sunday.
The dog is going to win outright, or the favorite's going to win and cover. But still, Minnesota at 102 feels deathly low.
Right? Yes, it does.
Put it this way. If Minnesota doesn't get to 103, they're probably not winning this game.
They're not going to cover.
The under favors Golden State here because that means their defense is holding up against Minnesota because clearly their offense is not going to be able to put up enough points, be able to score 110 points without Steph in the lineup. Right?
Yeah.
I would take Minnesota over 102.5. That's a number.
I kind of like that. All right, let's bring this thing home. Play that you and I agree on as we go back to Major League Baseball. This is not best bet. This is just a bet. We have renamed this segment until we start getting
until we actually get one right. Yeah.
We got one right on Thursday.
I think we have to get 2 in a row right.
Yes, we had got one right on Thursday, but then Friday it did not. It went back to so we're gonna go with the Detroit Tigers. You and I, when you said this, I said, "Oh, I agree." The Tigers have lost 2 in a row. After a losing streak. Big pitching edge with Job against Houck.
Especially with Jackson Joby, aka Job, at home. Let's just take a look at some numbers here. He's got a 6.11 ERA and 4 road starts this year. He's given up 12 runs in 17 2/3 innings. He's walked 10 batters and 5 home runs he's given up on the road this year. Let's turn the wheel back to Detroit. 2.7 ERA in 2 starts, 10 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 0 home runs allowed at home. Boston starts Tanner Houck, more like Tanner Puke, because that's where he's been this year. Puke, not good. He's had 1 start where he's given up less than 2 earned runs. That was against the Blue Jays, not last time out, the time before that. His numbers are really inflated bad because of one really bad.
He had one atrocious start, yes.
But still, he's only given up less than 2 runs to a team named Toronto. He did it twice. So when they play the Blue Jays again, if Tanner Houck is pitching, let's make a note of that. But the soft-hitting Texas Rangers got 4 runs off him in 5 2/3 in the opener, first time he faced, and 3 runs in 4 2/3 the second time he faced him. So this is a very good Tigers lineup. Actually, one of the better lineups in baseball as far as runs scored is concerned. So they're also really, really good at home. Boston is a 500 road team, but at Comerica, El Tigre, Los Tigers, are very good. I'm trying to pull up their home record. My computer is not updating here. 14-5 at home. So we will take the Tigers as a short favorite. We don't really get them at this price anymore. We'll take the Tigers as it's a bet. Can't be the best bet because we're not the best.
It's a bet. If you agree, smash that like button. Comment down below with your favorite Major League Baseball bet for Monday. Comment down below with what you think about the NBA.
Yeah, tell us what the bet in the NBA. You guys are probably better than we are. I might take a commenter's bet and just make it.
You continue to break new ground here on WagerTalk TV.
Well,
Make sure you click subscribe. It is what keeps this content free, remember.
Shut up. Such a dumbass. Now you have to say it all the time because you said it once and it was a complete lie and it was funny. But yeah. So
you know who's better than Tanner Houck?
At what? Pitching?
In FIP, 81 qualified starters are better than Tanner Houck in FIP.
No, tell me who's better.
I don't want to list all 81 qualified starters that are better.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
He's bottom 6 in FIP. That's not good. You don't want to be bottom 6 in FIP.
I mean, I don't even know what FIP is.
Fielding independent pitching.
I know. I could think of some other abbreviations for it, but I can't say them on the show.
Please don't. All right. That's going to do it for the show today.
Comment below what you think FIP should stand for.
Mark Zinno still on location, by the way, still on the couch.
I'm going to be here all week. Be sure to tip your waitress.
And all of your mothers.
Yes.
All right.
Still listening for the Army.
Yes. Dan Alexander, thank you so much for what this man went through.
Sure. Can't hear a word you just said. We'll just
chances high or low.